Voters went about the business of electing their leaders in a serene, calm, and secure environment.
Serene, calm, and secure environment.
You see the kind of things that he tweets. You cannot talk about discipline of the army. You're shy to talk about some of those things. You know, that he will say, now I am going to kill so and so. Now I'm going to raid Nairobi. And then the father Bambi goes to go and apologize to see my son, forgive us.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. He's holding a camera. And he screams, media, media, I am a journalist. Even when they see he's got a camera. Watch. He puts up his hands. They continue clobbering him. Let's watch. Are you kidding me? They start beating him up, sorry. Watch. A man he says, my hands are up. That won't stop them. That's why I said, this is not just a bug in the way they operate. This is a feature. And yes, indeed, presenting to you from these United States of the America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me and at whatever time you might watch this conversation. My name is Mordecai Murisa, and you're welcome to Mordecai Murisa Live. Exactly. I want to extend my special appreciations to all of you that are tuning in. People from Sierra Leone, Zambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Ghana, Rwanda, Burundi. Asante sana. And ultimately, the Ugandan people in Uganda and abroad. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate. I see your comments, I read your comments. I see you're liking these videos and they're being shared across the world. So asante sana. This is the platform, your go-to platform for the voices of struggle. We're trying to amplify our voices and poking holes in the house of cards. It's a gigantic house of cards of the Yoweri Museveni's dictatorial regime. The empire is falling very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to come here and eviscerate, dismantle, annihilate, expose the lies from the commander of our defense forces, the son to Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the president of Uganda. His name is Muhoozi Kainerugaba. So, recently they were celebrating Tarehe Sita event, and Muhoozi Kainerugaba used the opportunity to give his speech. He still struggles with speech. But to make outrageous claims, he said that UPDF, the Uganda People's Defense Force, was the most disciplined force in the region. Now, I want to state categorically clear here. I have immense respect for men and women in uniform, those who serve in our different security agencies, in the Ugandan military, the Uganda People's Defense Force, in police, those that do not abuse their oath, those that respect the Constitution. I have respect for them. But I really feel sad that for the most part, they are ill or misrepresented by elements such as Muhoozi Kainerugaba and minions. They would probably want to do their jobs professionally, but they won't, because Muhoozi, the commander of the defense forces, doesn't respect the rules and regulations enshrined in this book called the Constitution. So, if you hear me say security agencies or UPDF, I don't entirely mean over tens of thousands of the soldiers we have in Uganda. Not really. So he made claims that, UPDF is so disciplined. And Joel Ssenyonyi, the leader of the opposition in the Ugandan parliament, who belongs to Robert Chagulanyi's National Unity Platform, came out and called him out. He's like, are you kidding me? Let's listen into what, actually, let's start with Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Listen to the claims when he was talking about how the Uganda election was conducted. This was his speech. Then I'll take you to Ssenyonyi, and I'll give my commentary as we go.
Voters went about the business of electing their leaders in a serene, calm, and secure environment.
Serene, calm, and secure environment. This is when the internet was switched off in Uganda. Then he has the audacity to claim that it was serene, calm, and secure while people are being killed, abducted, many disappeared.
As a consequence, the 2026 general elections are already being called the most peaceful elections on record.
Are you kidding me? The most peaceful elections on the record. Now, probably if they mean the number of people that were killed in 2026 elections do not come any close to those that were killed in the 2021 elections. You know, Museveni has a tendency of usually comparing his presidency, his administration, to the past administrations of Obote and Idi Amin. He's never looked forward. He's never compared to Uganda, to other countries that have progressed forward. He usually refers to, when I came in 1986, this is what was going on, and this is... Come on, you're comparing yourself to the past. How about we look to the future? So if Muhoozi is making that claim, maybe he's got a point. But it didn't, the election, the 2026 presidential elections, didn't even come close to what you could define as peaceful, serene, what did he say? Serene, calm, and secure. Absolutely. That's a lie. Liar, liar, pants on fire. And then you have people clapping for him.
Your Excellency and distinguished guests, the people of Uganda delivered this election victory to you because they know and understand better than anybody.
Now, that's partisan in and of itself. You cannot talk about discipline and, you know, then you say the people of Uganda voted for you because they understand. Sounds like a campaigning and an endorsement. And even actually before the election, that gentleman said, oh, I assure you, this is how the percentage Museveni is going to be getting in this election. Lies. Okay, let's go on and listen to his other claim here. I think I recorded where he's made another claim. Listen here.
Electors, in the lead up to the elections, the country has had the most peaceful and decisive elections since 1996.
Since 1996. It was a complete sham. It was a facade. It was phony. Nobody voted for Museveni. Well, I won't say nobody. The vast majority of the Ugandan people voted for Bobi Wine. The election was a sham. A complete farce. There's no the other way about it, going any other way in describing what we saw. Okay, then I'm going to show you when he talks about the military and how it is so good. Listen to Ssenyonyi here giving comments about Muhoozi Kainerugaba's funny claims. Why did I save the video? All right, should be. Oh boy, should be okay. I got it. Listen to what Ssenyonyi says here. I got it here. Okay.
You see the kind of things that he tweets. You cannot talk about discipline of the army. You're shy to talk about some of those things. You know, that he will say, now I am going to kill so and so. Now I'm going to raid Nairobi. And then the father has got to go and apologize to see my son, you know, forgive us.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. Muhoozi keeps on tweeting this stuff on his social media platforms where he says, I'm going to kill so and so. Fred Rijema didn't kill enough people. I feel like I want to kill more. We've killed 22. We're looking to... That's not discipline.
Then before long, he's going after the US ambassador, all manner of things. Then he says, now I have this person in my basement. And true to it, he releases pictures of this person, Clobat. He then raided Magerey, assaulted the wife of Honorable Chagulanyi, they vandalized the house. And for him, it seems like a game.
Yep.
I don't know. Back then, I used to watch some movies of serial killers. People who would really see people in pain. you're killing somebody, but you're enjoying it, you film it, and so on. I kept thinking, is this guy okay? So he puts all of this on film, and then he releases the images. Honorable Chagulanyi's wife on the floor there, clearly assaulted, house property vandalized, and so on. For him, it's like a game. And this is the chief of defense forces.
Exactly.
What do you expect the juniors to do? How do you expect that junior officer, that corporal, that sergeant, that when they land on an NUP supporter who is just holding a national flag, like the way Fred has wrapped it around his neck, that they won't beat up this person simply for holding the national flag, or that they're wearing the t-shirt of Honorable Chagulanyi? How do you expect that junior fellow not to beat up and clobber that fellow? Yet his commander is saying, I'm looking for Chagulanyi to kill him.
Exactly. I mean, unless words have really switched or changed meanings, but you can't say that UPDF is the most disciplined. What's that funny common saying? The fish rots from the head. Muhoozi Kainerugaba, if the command of our defense forces is going to act like a clown the way he usually does, what do you expect from junior officers? You give them a permission structure to break laws, rules, and regulations, because in their mind, they have blanket and protected immunity. And that's what we've seen. And as he makes all these claims, allow me to show you a few clips of what he describes as the most disciplined. Then I'll take you to words we got from Martha Karua. Oh my God. Okay, I think, let me start with this video. I want you to look at this is when Bobi Wine was assaulted in northern Uganda. Is this the most disciplined? This is discipline? Look at civilians trying to protect Bobi Wine, and look at how the UPDF and other folks or security operatives are reacting. That's a display. That's the most disciplined military force in the region. What's the meaning of discipline? Unless they're trying to say violence to mean discipline, I understand. Violence and UPDF is some sort of a knee-jerk reaction. That's how they think. This is not an isolated incident. This is how they've been acting. I'll show you another clip of how they treated a journalist. This is Akena. James, I think was for Reuters. Watch. Look at that gentleman. This gentleman right here has no weapon whatsoever. Look at how he's going to be treated. He's holding a camera. And he screams, media, media. I am a journalist. Even when they see he's got a camera. Watch. He puts up his hands. They continue clobbering him. But Muhoozi, once you're convinced that UPDF is the most disciplined force in the region, watch this and tell me how you defend this. I mean, I don't have any background in military or security, but at least I know from what I've had that once somebody waves a white flag, raises their hand, be like, hey, I give up, you don't shoot at that person. At least that's what I know, basics of militarism. But look at a journalist putting his hands up with his camera. They won't stop clobbering him. Who does that? Let's watch it one more time. Maybe I think I need to show you here. But let's go back here. Oh, that's a totally different story. But I'm going to have to show you more of this outrageous claim. Okay, wait a second here. Okay. We got another clip to look at, sorry. Look at the discipline of our security forces.
He added that an order has been made to have all those soldiers who assaulted journalists arrested.
And as a result of this...
They didn't actually, you know that for sure. Okay, that was unplanned. But I have to show you a few more other clips. This is, watch here. Sorry for the quality of the video, but you can see. Beating up people in broad daylight. Look at what they're doing to this innocent man. He has no weapon whatsoever. Watch. They broke his skull. I don't want to show you. I don't want this to be so graphic. Oh, I won't show you there. But they broke his skull. Okay, more over the most disciplined force we have in Uganda. Watch here. Unacceptable. Watch, ladies and gentlemen. Look. He puts his hands up. Hello. He realizes he's surrounded. The smartest thing to do and the most disciplined thing to do there is to have that man arrested. Let's watch. Are you kidding me? They start beating him up, sorry. Watch. A man he says, my hands are up. That won't stop them. That's why I said, this is not just a bug in the way they operate. This is a feature. This is what they're known to do because they know. This is what earns them promotions. This is what earns them ranks in the military. It is sad that we're going to come here and pretend, and you have all those religious leaders and a few others who attend these ceremonies and listen to Muhoozi Kainerugaba, telling them blatant lies. They won't question him whatsoever. No. Oh, Muhoozi, because they know at the end of it all, they're going to be given envelopes with money, cash. Yet they'll go back to their mosques and churches and preach against telling lies. Yet they accepted lies from Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Look at how they are treating an innocent man. Not innocent, I won't say. But a man who has put his hands up, says, hey, I'm guilty. Okay, arrest me. Look at another one. Why are they beating him up? Did you see? At first he was like, hey, you can arrest me, my hands are up. Before they start beating him up, let's go back here. I want you to watch here. His hands are up, says, hey, arrest me if you can. They don't arrest him. You know what they want? They push him to do something that's going to make them look like they were pursuing a criminal or he was trying to flee. No, he puts his hands up. Arrest him if you could. See? That's UPDF for you, the most disciplined force in the region. I'll show you more. I got a few clips here for you to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. Listen, watch here. In the process, they don't say sorry. They're beating them. They tied them and they're beating them, even when they say sorry. In the process, you don't say sorry. Why are you apologizing? Let's show you how grotesque we are. Unbelievable, heartbreaking, to say the least. Okay, I think I have to show you a few more other clip here. The most disciplined. These are all campaigning from Museveni. This is supposedly a UPDF officer campaigning for Museveni. For a measure that's supposed to be non-partisan, they don't find any problem. And I can tell you, if one military officer came out and said, I support Bobby Wine, he would be abducted, he would be tortured, disappeared, or murdered. One. But if you have a myriad of them shouting Museveni, oh yeah, it is okay. These people are masters at manipulation. Just like I've always commented on the tactics Museveni uses. Manipulation number one. If he can manipulate you, then he switches to intimidation. I'm going to take away your wealth. I will do this to you. And if he cannot win you over by intimidating you, then he switches to domination, stroke coercion. He forces you. He dominates you by force. This is the modus operandi. I want to understand, after the 1986 war, was there some sort of a rehabilitations given to some of these folks? Because you can't have a military that behaves in that way. We've not seen people being held accountable unless it dominates national news. Let me give you another one here, the last one. I want to look at this guy. Is wearing, is in civilian clothes. I want you to see how he's going to treat this lady. Watch here. This lady is standing looking the other way. And you have this man with a big booty. He's being watched by counterterrorism. He's being watched by UPDF. This tells me that probably he's got a higher rank than these two. Watch what he does. Poor lady is just standing there observing what's going on. Coward man, the most coward man I've ever seen in the world. Watch what he does. He approaches her. She doesn't know what's going to happen. Yet, sad, the gates of hell have been opened. Watch here. Look at her face when she realizes she's in total danger. Panic, unbelievable panic ensues. Watch this coward. Watch. Starts beating her. For what crime? That's UPDF for you, the most disciplined. For what crime? This was during election, where they say the most serene, calm, and secure. What? See now, then he acts like this tough guy. Wow, I've got a gun. Let me show you I have a pistol. Coward. Look at him. And all he says, move, move. All those are protected by Museveni. You never see that man being held accountable for violating that lady's rights. Never. And that emboldens junior officers to commit crimes unabated because they know. I think I had a report of the lady who was stopping these police officers and military officers from beating people in Kawempe North by-election was arrested and was being kept in a military detention. For what crime? Why were you stopping our colleagues from clobbering innocent people? Don't you know that's our DNA? Don't you know that is our MO? Sad. So when you listen, when I hear Muhoozi claiming that, the most disciplined force, I'd be like, shut the hell up. Okay. My name is Mordecai Murisa. Here we go. Until I see you again, bye-bye for now.